All right, in this video I'm going to talk about the importance of unifying the temperature of shadow. In a previous video I talked about unifying the temperature of light, and you can still see that table here where we're using warm light on a warm surface, a cool surface, as opposed to just using a value that's over here on this left column. The same thing, the same principle is applied to shadow. You want to unify your temperature of shadow. And I like to play with contrast. So if I go with a warm light, I like to play with a cool shadow. So on these layers, I've already done this. You can see that we are now cooling down the shadow when we have a warm light. And in this column, we have warm shadow. So I'll turn that on. And you'll see that we have a warmer shadow. You can really see it well in these yellow spheres, whereas we have value, then all of a sudden over here we have a cool shadow, and then we have a warm shadow. Really creates much more of a vibrancy to your color when you're really considering both temperature of light and temperature of shadow. And to show you what I mean by that, we'll just take this painting right here that I did of Joan of Arc, and we'll take the digital water and we're going to bring in a cool and cover the entire painting. This is what I love about digital water, is that you can go from dark to light. So I've covered the entire painting and really unified the shadow, but if I go a little bit lighter here, I can start to pull back what was underneath. Okay, and this is a real easy way to unify your temperature of shadow. So we'll pull a little bit of that warm back over here. We'll let that get real cool there. Pull the lips back into a warm, and whatever is going to be on the warm side, you can see I've already underneath the light is already unified in a warm light, so I'm just pulling back out by getting a little bit lighter, and it's still blending, but a less of a cool glaze. Now if I go all the way to white, I'm going to pull all of it back out, all of that cool glaze that I laid over the image, and now I'm really pushing the contrast between the temperature of light, which is really warm, and the temperature of shadow. So that's a great use of the digital water glazing tool to unify your shadows.